All right, welcome back. So today the wheel chose Kiss the Snowman. This is a Joy Sunday. Here's the picture. There's your product number. It is a 14 count. And this is a slight partial. So anywhere you see this white here, the white in his face here isn't stitched. I haven't decided if I'm going to stitch this or not, or if I'm just going to leave it white. And with that, we will get started. Yeah, unless I was to do this with, I don't know, maybe a metallic white or some kind of white, because this is a whitish color as it is. I don't know if those two whites would just blend together, or if I should just leave it that that crisp white next to this white. This pattern does have a lot of French knots. So anywhere you see these black spots are all French knots. I particularly myself do not like doing French knots. So I may put beads in here or some kind of something else in here. Where all these snowflakes, these are actual snowflakes. Where those spots are. I've attempted French knots and I can half do them. Although by the time I would be done with this pattern, you would think that I'd be good at doing them. I just don't care to do them. It's one thing I just don't care to do. I did get this from VIP cross stitch. That reminds me, I need to go back and find these patterns and link them in the description if I can find them. Some of these patterns I have are older patterns. So I may not be able to find them, or they may not be available any longer. This pattern itself, the snowman one, this is a fairly new pattern that I've gotten. And again, I believe this is from VIP cross stitch. I will put the link below if I can find it. I did do a review of this. I got this one and another snowman pattern, which is also on the wheel to spin for the month. I got them as a package deal for a reduced price. So I don't know exactly how much it cost individually, because I did get both those patterns together. So what is everybody else working on? So the two witches pattern, which spun for yesterday, I didn't get any more done on that pattern except what I did with the stitch along. I didn't do any more on that pattern. Again, because it is silk, I really need to sit down and concentrate. And it's counted, and it's on 18 count. I really have to pay attention to what I'm doing, especially between counting the literal holes and it being silk threads. So that one will probably be maybe not put away, but put to the back of whips I need to work on that I'd like to work on. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Because I do have other projects that are silk patterns. I know of a few off the top of my head. Again, I haven't attempted to do them because I'm kind of scared to use silk because I know it can be such a pain. And I've heard from other people that it can be a pain. Once you find a technique that you yourself, that works for you, that's a good thing. Because then you can just stitch along as you normally would. Everybody stitches silk patterns differently. I've seen at least 3 or 4 techniques. I've tried a few myself. They particularly don't work for me, but that's just me. That's their technique that they use. I've got to think about traveling threads here because I know that's not going to be stitched over. So, but it's not going to. I might get that one when I come back up this other side. I'm going to grab these two up this way. Has anybody watched anything interesting on TV? I tend to watch a lot of documentaries, crime shows. I watch a lot of interrogation videos on YouTube. I watch paranormal stuff, ghost hunting, stuff like that. I should start planning for the solar eclipse now, so in 20 years, God willing that I'm alive in another 20 years, or 24 years, that I can see the next solar eclipse. I feel old now, let alone being another 20 years older. My birthday is the end of this month, on the 28th. I will be 43, or 44, I lost track now. 43, I think I'll be this year. After like 35, I kind of just stopped counting. But my sister's birthday is also this month, and hers is on the 13th. So we will both be the same age for about 2 weeks until my birthday on the end of the month. And then I will turn a year older. That's a neat little tidbit thing about myself. Me and my sister are the same age every year for a couple weeks before I turn a year older. Right, so I'm going to come up and get this stitch up here now. We'll come up this way and get this one. Oh, if I put it in the right spot. I just don't want to travel too much past these areas. It's a white floss, so it wouldn't show through too much. It's not a darker color. But unless I know it's going to be stitched over, I try not to travel too much. If it's going to be stitched over and it's a full coverage piece, I'll travel a little bit, but especially if it's going to... If me ending my thread off on the back is going to waste the same amount of thread as it would be for me to just carry over and not have to start and stop my thread, I'd rather just carry over, especially if I know it's going to be covered over. And if I was going to use that amount of thread anyway, especially to end my thread and then start it again, I'd rather just carry and travel my thread instead of the hassle of starting and stopping. Now, with that being said, you have to be careful when you do that, because some kits will give you extra threads, and then I know some kits, I've heard people say Joy Sundays, like these ones, they don't give you a whole lot of thread to work with. So you kind of, especially Joy Sundays, I've heard, you gotta watch your thread usage. And that's one of those things, if I kind of know that, I'll try not to travel as much. It's kind of more of a pain to start and stop, but if you're traveling too far and you know you might run out of thread, you're better off starting and stopping, just so you know you're not going to run out. Especially if you take a lot of time to do a design, just to run out of a color towards the end. I apologize if I keep going out of frame. And this one we're just gonna go, we're gonna step it up because I don't have too much thread left. And I don't feel like stitching the other way across, so. Alright, that's going to be it for this thread. I might have almost taken it too far. And here's how I end my threads. Depending on the what I'm working on, I'll go under. Depending on what I'm working on, I'll go under 3 to 4. Again, I want to make sure I'm going in the direction that it's going to be stitched over. If you have spots that are not going to be stitched over, or what Stitcherella does that I also do sometimes, is you can pull it through and then put it back through the same one, and it'll create a small knot, and then do that twice, and then go back. When you go back through that second one, just go back into, just go under another one after that one, just to secure that tail. But for this sake, I'm just going to go through just one. And I'm going to try to get under just another one here. And that's it there. You probably can't see it very well. I have shown how I end my threads in another video. And then we'll just clip this off. And yeah, so that's what we got done today. So that'll be it for this video. So it's a little bit of a shorter video. But yeah, this is day 3. And with that, I will see you guys for day 4. And I will see you in the next video. Please remember to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Your notification button. Your like button. Please leave a comment. It does help my videos, and I very much appreciate it. My new subscribers, my returning subscribers, I appreciate every which one of you. And I will see you in the next one.